everybody. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. I'm currently downloading my weekly for March 21st week. So that's Monday through Sunday. So a lot of stuff came up in that reading. For people that don't know, I have a ritual at 11 a.m. for the full moon that we are currently under in Virgo. I've already done a reading for that one as well. And if you're watching, could you please let me know that you can hear me okay? As you can see, I have my microphone out, so hopefully you can hear me okay, and you can kind of see my black eye as well. Also have some coffee teeth. 9:56. Okay, so we're pulling out angel and tarot cards. I love these cards. They're my favorite. I have my little homemade candle here and my selenite. I also have my animal deck as well, so I might pull out some of the animal cards. So let me know how you guys are feeling. Do you have any Karen says perfect. Okay, thanks. Do you have any gratitude practice today, and what are you releasing around this full moon? I already kind of wrote some things down in one of my posts about things that were triggering me. So, okay, let's see what comes up here. First things first. Ace of Swords, Victory, is our first card. And Ace of Swords, typically the message or the lesson in this card is that, and again, we're going to tune into March 18th also, so like the general for the day. Then I pop this onto YouTube so you guys can watch it there as well. And of course, all the other videos, so like the weekly, the monthly, the full moon, and other videos that I've done, rituals, etc. So the lesson is sometimes we have to go down before we can go up. So for instance, I was saying like I have a black eye. I had an interesting few days. That's healing now. I've gotten out of whatever I was going through. I made lots of changes. When I hit my head, it was like I had this like aha moment because it scared me and it hurt me. And all of a sudden I was like, this has happened to me before as well, but like, oh my God, I have to make a change in my life. I have to think about myself first. I have to make sure that like when it comes to money, that I'm making sure that I pay myself first, that I take care of myself, that I'm making enough money off of my products, things like that. So I initiated a conversation with a friend that was selling my products, and I was like, you know what, like I'm going to start selling my own products instead of her selling the products because I have to make profit, right? Which is common sense, but I think sometimes we forget about ourselves along the way. So that was my moment. And so that's what this is teaching us is out of sometimes negative experiences, we actually have really big breakthroughs. But at the time, we can be very focused on like the pain and the discomfort. And we forget that it could actually be bringing us something. Now, I don't wish that upon anybody, for anybody to have to go through pain or discomfort. And I've gotten healings and clearings around that with my own people that help me. But this is an example that's coming up for people. If you feel like you're going through a rough patch, or if you feel like things aren't working out for you right now, sometimes we have to experience some of those things in order to know the difference, in order to get to where we need to go. So something tells me that's helpful for someone. Love a card, please. Okay, Karen. And you did reach out to me before about a session. So my sessions are 111, whether that's in person or online. Okay, I just sent that email out to everybody as well. So if you're not underneath my email list, you might want to become a part of that. So Karen, right away, I'm getting a lot of energy here. And it feels kind of like shaky. Okay, so you have 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is often someone who's really starting new and fresh. So with this full moon and on working on the 18, 8, where we're seeing that twice, it's really strong action on something that's maybe not easy for you to have a breakthrough on or make a change. Sometimes it can represent if you've been in a relationship, we'll say for 10, 20 years, and then you decide you don't want to be with that person anymore. It's extra hard because of all the years that you've been with the person. And you feel like you've put all that time and energy into it. So there's something that you are walking away from that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into, whether it was working for you or not. It's time to make a change, okay? So underneath the full moon, if you're not joining the ritual at 11 today, through my Zoom, we're going to be doing theta, we're going to be doing Akashic Records readings and healings, sound healing, Reiki, and the ritual is kind of just dumping all of the stuff. And therefore, when the new moon comes and we go to do that ritual, we'll be more open and ready. And that was really coming up in the weekly. So I'm having a bit of a hard time breathing. So I can't help but feel like there's a lot of stuff going on there. So when you're ready, reach out to me and we'll work through that together, okay? Because I know that you want to. Okay, Isabelle, we'll go on to you. So Isabelle, and again, the intention is for everyone. The Tower, Angel of Enlightenment. So this card is talking about someone who feels like they're not on their path. And the reason for that, I was just talking about this in the weekly, about addictions and health and money and genetics and things like that. So theta healing would be really great for you as well. Also, if you join my membership groups, you can get all the theta healing downloads, all my like Reiki training, the new moon ritual through my live Facebook private group. I could go on, but I'm not going to. But these are things that at least if you're not getting a session with me, you can take advantage and get the benefits of the healing and the videos that I'm doing just for those people, okay? And then you can cancel at any time, which is great. But at least I would say just start doing that and get the benefits. Feeling a lot of tension in my back as well. So when I'm feeling things around my back, it feels like it's attached to other people's thoughts, opinions, beliefs. So be mindful of that. Yesterday, I did a bunch of theta healing downloads. So if you didn't watch that video, go back and watch it just through YouTube and get the clearings and healings from that. Okay. And that's pretty much as far as I can take you without actually being able to work with you. And of course, guys, I have the new moon retreat coming up on April 2nd as well. Cheryl says, yes, please. Okay, Cheryl. All right, so Cheryl, with you, I just want to just step into the energy here. And just take a moment to connect. Everybody must be like feeling tension around the full moon. So Cheryl, you have the coyote. My puppy got a hold of these ones, and it says 13. So 13 is typically a lucky number or an unlucky number. It depends on how you're looking at it. And what I would say with you is bring more light into your life. Bring more like guided meditations, Reiki healing, visualization exercises, practices, tools. So you would be great for the VIP membership that I have because there's loads of stuff that could benefit you. But this is really talking about your sensitivities and your senses and learning how to work with those on a deeper level. So even if you're already doing that, I'm just getting that it's learning how to do things in a new way. All right. So kind of like everybody's theme is everybody's walking into this new thing. And we're not quite ready for the new thing, but we know it's happening. So we're allowing our bodies to kind of realign and get with that that mindset up here, okay? So you probably know how that relates. When we do general readings, it makes it challenging because, of course, this is not a private setting. Right now, we have like 4 in our full moon ritual, so that's a really nice, intimate group, and I'm looking forward to having that. So, Sylvia, again, I'm feeling a little shaky, like I almost feel like I'm like quivering a little bit. So Sylvia, if you could just take a couple deep breaths, open up the heart space just for a moment, if you don't mind. Drop the shoulders, take a couple breaths. I'm getting a lot of stuff around my throat. So my recommendation right away for you is to do more chanting, to do more like going into meditation around this time. So again, we're working on the energy of the 18th and also the full moon and our group. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff happening. So I'm getting that, put music on that you feel connected to. So the sound healing that we're going to be doing in the ritual at 11 might be helpful for you. It's okay if you want to isolate and do your own ritual and practice by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just getting balance is really important for you. Probably why I was just inviting you to go into your heart space. So when it comes to direction for you, it feels like just sit more in contemplation and go through some things mentally. Again, you know, really tuning in and understanding where you are right now and reassess that way. Okay? So you would actually benefit from the beginner level, which is only $11.11 for my membership, because you get the monthly guided meditation based on your energy, and then you get the new moon ritual that we're going to be doing with all the clearings in for the live, only for $11, and then you get like my meditation workshop, the dream workshop, I believe the Center Yourself program with theta healing, all kinds of theta healing around the chakras, the throat chakra, etc. And then you get continuous new videos as I continue to do events that I feel like fit in with the beginner level. And then the other thing, if you like yoga, underneath the VIP portion, I have a yin workshop in there underneath my healing tools, and yogic sleep, which is yoga nidra. Again, that's more guided meditation. So I'm just going to keep adding as I go. You look great, Robin. Thank you. Black eye and all. All right. So Valerie, we're going to focus in on you. So Seven of Wands, I do feel like you are working on calming your energy. And I get that there's a little bit of nervous tension in around your throat and your third eye. But if you connect the throat and the third eye, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. You get a blue, like a watery blue, and then you get like a purpley blue. And if you kind of look at the purpley blue, the third eye, as really, really someone who's very sensitive, especially with this full moon, take advantage of that. Take advantage of the fact that you can feel all these feelings and use it to your advantage. So that might be doing your own card readings. Underneath my YouTube channel, under tarot, I have some information about how to read tarot cards, things like that, if that interests you. But start using these tools. So the pro level would also be good for you starting point, okay? So that's $33.33 for the month. And you can really start learning how to utilize the skills that you have, all right? But this is even talking about, you could even take it more professionally as well if you wanted to start exploring the healing arts. All right, I think that would be great for you. And then you can up level to the VIP, but maybe start with the pro, okay? I have like my spiritual coaching program in there. And just like you can listen to other people's stories and, you know, how they have breakthroughs. And there's like a Reiki workshop in there as well. So we kind of work through different things, and everybody is kind of where you are in the group settings. Okay. This is absolutely me, Cheryl says. Yeah, everybody's energy is kind of like a little shaky here. Okay, so somebody's coming on, guys, and just like going nuts here. So do not respond to anybody ever that's not me underneath this platform. So I've noticed there was someone watching who this person was like, I can do readings, or like, you know, add me as a friend, or blah, 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 on one of my videos. And then that person actually added them as a friend. And I'm thinking that's not a good idea, because a lot of times people are just here to like scam people. It's not a good thing. So I do my best to clean it up after, because I don't have a assistant currently right now that is like going to come in on the live and clean it all up for me at the same time. Okay, so just ignore that. I just highly recommend it. It's up to you, but you don't need to notify me either, because like I see stuff, I read everybody's comments and do my best to reply. Okay. Okay, this is absolutely true, Cheryl says, and that's also why when we do the ritual you get the Zoom link. Nobody else has a Zoom link until you've paid, and then you come into that sacred space, okay? It's just really helpful. Same thing when we do our one-on-one sessions. The privacy is really nice. Okay, I'm still, so this is, Cheryl says, this is absolutely true. I'm still healing from the loss of my grandson, and I'm so sorry to hear. That's a tough one. I'm honestly trying to give this to the universe. However, it's so hard to start new. Thank you. Yeah, so let's all send Cheryl some really good healing light at this time because she really needs it. I have chills all over my arms on both sides. So I feel like you've lost more than a grandson. We know that. And then I get that because you have lost, and I just started my mediumship program last night. We're on like day 1. I've been dabbling, but I'm really getting serious with it as of like last night. So I'm not going to go into like a mediumship reading per se. I will be officially doing that once I feel like I'm ready. But I know that you've lost somebody else as well that you loved, and I feel like the positive side to losing someone is knowing that that other person that you've lost is also there to be with them as well. So that's comforting that when we lose others, that they're also there to support the new ones that we've lost, if that makes sense. Okay, so again, sorry to hear. Kondo says, yes, please. You're welcome, Sylvia. I just want to fly through this. I'll have a card, please. Okay. Thank you. Sounds amazing, Valerie says. Yes. Okay. So, Kondo, we're going to focus on you. And my back is hurting all of a sudden. So, I'm feeling like, Kondo, if you don't do yoga, you might want to just work on heart openers, looking into that, and back, like kind of like arching your back a little bit more in the opposite direction, okay? Almost like bridge pose is what I'm getting. So Kondo, I'm gonna go in and I'm feeling a lot of pounding and tension around my head. So for the membership group, I would actually do VIP for you because I think you could benefit from all the Reiki training and all the different versions of it. You have the full moon card. So I'm getting, with this pounding tension, I'm getting that spirit really wants you to start releasing some of the stuff that you have going on. And I'm not saying it's about learning tools, but it's just being involved in group healings, even if you're an outsider just watching like you are. The key thing is spirit wants you to release it. They want you to be able to take all the stuff that you're experiencing and just let it all go. So when you watch the videos and it's like, would you like to release this? Blah, blah, blah. And all you have to do is say yes. By agreeing to that, that's just in itself is enough for what I feel like you need right now. Okay? So Nancy. Arlene Jean. Yes, along with my son. Okay, Cheryl. So Cheryl says, bless you and thanks so very much. First time I've been on your live. Will certainly follow to learn more. Have a beautiful day. You're welcome. So the link tree in my bio is what has all the links to any events, etc. Okay. But yes, so that makes sense. You've lost a son and a grandson. So now you have guardian angels, which is wonderful. So Nancy, let's go into Nancy. Fancy Nancy. I feel like putting this up against my heart. So many people are going through such loss. So I'm getting crystal healing for you, Nancy. I also want to pull up an animal card here. You have the antelope 37, so I'm getting crystals and numerology for you. In the membership group, the one that I would choose for you is the pro level, because then you get all the 2 versions of the Akashic records. You get more than that. But those are more what I think would be helpful for you because similar to Valerie with the learning to work through with the cards and like tapping into your own sensitivities and how to really connect on a deeper level. But I'm getting anticipation with the antelope. It's like you're waiting for something. But you might know what you're waiting for. Maybe I know what it is. But that anticipation has the word ant in it, and so does antelope. And ants represent patience. And so it's when we have ants in our pants as well, we need to calm the energy. We need to ground, especially in Virgo. So Virgo kind of wants you to bring in crystals and bring in nature to help you feel like you don't need to worry about the future as much. You don't need to think into the future. And if you do go to think into the future, maybe the new moon ritual in my private Facebook group would be beneficial for you, so you can take advantage of when you are in manifesting mode to start to look into the future. We also do future readings and future timelines for this life and your next life in the Akashic Records certifications through that membership group. So what happens, guys, is if you do the pro or the VIP and you watch all of the videos and then you start to kind of get that feeling, then you can connect to me and I will certify you based on you being able to do the things that I taught you in the digital portion. So you would book in for pay the 111 for in person or online. And what I would do is in that time frame, make sure that you understand all the material, okay? Which is kind of nice because it's a great way to get a certificate for a really expensive way. So I paid about $5,000 for my Akashic Records program, and you guys have two, and they're for $33.33. So that's why when I see people paying all this money or investing in themselves, it's like, okay, well, this is a great way to at least get your feet wet and get so much information for such a little price, okay? Okay. Eileen, you're welcome, Kondo. So, Kondo, do you do yoga? I'd love to hear. I will be doing some yoga classes as well. I have a yoga and mindfulness retreat in August coming up as well. That's just outside of Moncton. So Cheryl's also saying yes, please. Okay. So Eileen. Okay, energy feels a little better now. Whew. Like I'm feeling like this burning around my third eye right now, Eileen. So Eileen, I'm kind of getting to have more fun, okay? Just let loose a little bit more. Go out with friends, go out with girlfriends, go out with guy friends. Just go out is what I'm kind of getting. Listen to some music, dance, things like that, because it just feels like it would be really healthy for you. You have 9 of Wands, determination. So with this card, 9 represents, again, manifesting work, so really focusing in on your goals. With Virgo in the full moon today on the 18th, it's all about perseverance and really sticking to what it is that you want, okay? So the determination card is like, just stick to the things that you want and you're going to get there. So if it's like you're saving for a trip, that sort of thing, you might find, so keep doing that, but you might find by raising your vibration and being happy, more money will come to you. So with money, be mindful of where you are. If you're hanging on too tightly, or if your attitude might be a little crappy as well towards money. So there's something going on with finances. That's something I would do a one-on-one session and dig deeper with you. Otherwise, you can just explore my YouTube channel, and if there's something in there that you feel called to watching, maybe that'll initiate a new step for you to take, or hopefully even just this reading is, okay? There's a lot more to that, Eileen, but that's just like your message for a quick card, okay? I don't do yoga yet, Kondo says. Okay. You're welcome, Nancy. Sarah says yes, please. Okay, Cheryl McLeod. I've had people get mad at me because I'm not saying last name. So if you're not watching at that time and following, then you might want to go back and kind of just follow along. I'll do my best to put last names in, but I'm not guaranteed to. So Cheryl McLeod, you have the best card when it comes to love. This says that you have all the love that you'll ever need. You have the most amount of love that you can ever have. And so what I'm getting around this full moon today is just to continue to receive all that's being offered to you. Soak it up. Soak all the positivity up that you can. If somebody's saying that they like your shirt, just say thank you so much and really breathe and feed into that. Wow, look at my shirt. Look how amazing my shirt is, that sort of thing. So really breathe in that confidence that people are sending you, that people are offering you, because I can't help but feel like we might reject sometimes like compliments or feel like super independent, things like that. And it's okay. It doesn't, if you're receiving from somebody else, it doesn't mean you're going to lose your independence. It's actually really healthy and makes other people feel good. I know you know this, but this is just a reminder, okay? So confidence today around your full moon release, you might want to let go of times in your life where you felt insecure or unstable or whatever it is. Especially as women, emotionally, sometimes we go through stages, right? And if you go back and listen to all this at the beginning, it plays a little story. So Sarah, you have Knight of Cups. I'm getting for you to really slow down. I know that you're pregnant. So when we're pregnant, as we know, we don't want to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, right? We don't want to be like a shark and have our sharp teeth out and be angry or cranky. So there's slowing down. You've gotten this message before, calming down, and allowing the universe to kind of guide you into your next step. So in order to hear the messages that are coming through our intuition, we have to quiet the mind. So yes, rest, relax, recharge, all the rewords. Reflexology would also be beneficial for you because it's very gentle. Reiki would be another great one. Happy full moon, Jessica says. Same to you. Thank you. All right, I have 2 more cards. Is there someone else that didn't get a message? Hi, baby. Thank you so much, Robin. You're welcome. So I'm maybe it's someone on a replay as well, but I see a couple people still watching, maybe hopping on, hopping off. So 9 of Swords says stress. So around full moons, we do become very depleted energy-wise often because we're going through a lot of change, whether we realize it or not. Often we have a lot of unconscious stuff going on. So like our dreams might be really weird. We might find, again, there's just a feeling of exhaustion because we're all going through change together. And just remind ourselves that the Luna cycles are feminine and they're all about creativity and intuition. So we want to take advantage of the fact that, especially if you're female, that this is a great time to really tune in. So if you have crystals, maybe putting them in the window. Sometimes people will make moon water, things like that. So take anything that's worrying you and stressing you and actually apply it or put it into something like your ritual. Okay, or whatever it is for you. But if you watch my weekly reading that I just downloaded underneath YouTube, this will make more sense. Me, please, Emily says. No problem. Okay, so you're going to be my last card. Because I have to get ready for my ritual. Lizard 36, Emily. So Lizard is actually talking about joy, laughter, lightheartedness. And I'm feeling like dabbling in the unconscious world is really, really beautiful for you. Because when we go into, if any of you guys have had trauma, we know we don't want to escape ourselves. We actually want to tune into the trauma and use that as our strength, right? So I've had some trauma. I've had more than one event. And this is what actually created my spidey senses, my psychic abilities. So what's coming up here is to remind ourselves that the underworld or the emotional world, especially around full moons, is actually a very beautiful process that we get to experience or explore. So as we dive through and explore the energy of our trauma, whether it's past life or like current life stuff from the past, as we do that, we can actually build our confidence. We can start to understand our soul path on a deeper level. So Emily, you're being called into understanding how to explore those realms. And you do have access to the Akashic Records through the membership program. So that'll be great to start diving in. I'm getting ancestral work, inner child work, and kind of playing with cards a bit more too. That seems to be a theme for a lot of people. And I'm also getting like yoga, dance, body connection. Yeah, like even, I don't know, like just a lot of like self-healing and a lot of nurturing and a lot of feminine goddess energy, okay? So, that's a wrap. Do you guys like my microphone? Can you hear me a little better? Let me know. I'd love to hear. Bye for now. Take care, and we'll see you at 11.